Celebrity Crab here, and welcome back to Surviving Mars Relaunched, where last time we landed our human sacrifices on Mars, survived a cold wave, and have built our second encampment, which we are using to produce polymer, machine parts, and electronics. Now, we start off with a bit of a problem. In 16 hours, we're gonna have meteors hit, and I guarantee they're gonna break some stuff. And also, both of our domes has low comfort levels, which means our people are earth sick, which means they are not going to do their jobs. And that's not good, because I want money. And if my humans aren't doing their jobs, I get no money. So, we need to increase their comfort level. Now, in encampment number 2, our people are missing social and shopping. I'm trying to decide if I want a small space bar or not, because that will also deal with whenever we have colonists who want to drink in this dome, the small bar will help them, but also drinking is bad. It's not good to have alcoholics in our colony. However, I think right now it's fine, so we're going to add this small space bar in, and that should deal with our relaxation and drinking. The diner should deal with social and food, and that small art store should deal with the shopping. So hopefully the comfort level of this place will go up. This dome right here has a lot of the same problems. So we're going to add quite a few similar things like the diner, space bar, and small art store. The only issue with all of these is they take workers, which is going to be a little problematic, but we can bring more colonists down because we do have 48 open living slots. So I think we can bring more people down. All right, we have a council session open, and there is something I would like to do, which is this right here. It's exploration. We're going to continue to scan a lot of sectors, so I'm hoping this passes because I very much would like to get research for scanning said sectors. Sadly, the vote has failed, so we are going to have to negotiate the next time that comes up. The USA wants me to build a research lab in encampment 2, which I am already doing, which is mightily convenient, so we're going to get some of their approval for doing something we were already going to do. Now, something else I would like to set up since we have time to do it is the thing that India gave us at the very beginning of this playthrough, which is this right here, a metals refinery. I'm gonna put it in the middle of both of these drone hubs. So up here, actually, before we do this, I want to flatten out this area right here because I know I'm going to be building a third dome in this general area to connect these two. And to do that, we need to flatten this area out. And to flatten this area out, we need to have no buildings in the way. All right, our meteors are hitting. The meteor shower has started. Hopefully, we don't take too much damage because I don't want my stuff to explode. That would suck. Oh, look at this. With the new Martian Assembly, people have a chance to make their voice heard, to have a political system not forced by Earth, but unique to our own new Martian society. The important question being, what kind of government do I want to be? Now, I am not a smart person, and I don't know what most of these mean. So what I'm gonna do is go to the internet and look it up real quick. Because what I want is money. I spent a whole 1 minute trying to figure out anything about these, and I found basically nothing, probably because I didn't look hard enough. Anyways, we're just gonna be a liberal democracy, because I'm fairly certain it'll do something. And I don't like religion all that much, so we aren't gonna be a theocracy. What does this give us? Okay, I don't know what like any of this means, but okay, game. I'll figure it out, it's fine. New faction created. What? Oh, is this because of like what I did? I don't really care. Oh, it seems like I can pass some laws. Oh, look at all this new stuff. Whoa, kind of insane, actually. I just noticed this. The research output of buildings in an area around sensor towers has increased by 30%. Yes.
Vote pass.
That's wonderful. That means this research will increase because I have a sensor tower right here, and I think it's in range. Yeah, it is. And I have a sensor tower over here, which is also in range. That's wonderful. Now, we do need a passenger rocket because I've added all these new buildings to increase my comfort level, and then I have no one to work them, which is problematic. So we're gonna grab 12 non-specialist people, and then we'll grab a few medics because I do not have enough of them. I think 2 medics should be fine. And then we'll grab 3 more botanists because I want to expand my farms. Okay, so it looks like this space has been flattened out, which is good. Now, let me just quickly plan where I want to put this dome. I think it's gonna go somewhere like here, so that leaves this space right here for our metals refinery. So we can start doing something interesting. That interesting thing being getting rid of waste rock. Right now we're producing about 34 waste rock every single soul, and this should deal with some of it. I think it'll deal with like 20. I'm not exactly sure though. Let's see. So yeah, it should use 20 waste rock every soul and give us 3 metal, which is very nice. So that'll increase our metal production a little bit and also make it so things like our water extractors or concrete extractors don't stop working just because waste rock has piled up. Okay, our people get to come down now. We're gonna put this right here so it's in between both domes. So hopefully they should split relatively evenly to go to each place so they can start working. Now, since I brought those medics down, we're also going to add let's see here, infirmary. We'll put it right here, I think, because this dome has the most people. We'll put the infirmary in there, and we should use those 3 new medics to actually have it operational. Now, something that's becoming problematic is we have not enough polymers, which means I need to open up more shifts, which means I need to make my people happier, which means blah, 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 blah. So what is their biggest concern? Right now, 14 people want to shop more. Right now, this building isn't working because we have no polymer. Kind of ironic, actually. So let's grab a supply pod and fill it with polymers and bring it down real quick. The other thing we want to do is go around the planet and let's see if there's anything interesting that we can send an expedition for. Like this right here. Project Fahrenheit. It'll give us a breakthrough. That will be wonderful. Now, it does use 9 people, but a breakthrough is way more important than 9 people for the next 12 hours. So we're gonna send you off. A dispute? What does this give? Scientists gain morale, engineers lose morale for tensils. We have a scientist and engineer problem. I would rather have my engineers have higher morale because we are running out of polymer. So my scientists are gonna lose morale, so I lose about 100 research for the next tensils, which is kind of annoying, but whatever. And these people want me to build a security station and encampment too. I am actually okay with that. I was planning on doing one anyways, so we'll just put you in there. Now, something that's becoming problematic is water. Breakthrough. Please give me something good. Drones carry 2 resources at once. Landing on an asteroid captures it in orbit. I don't care about this. And Project Venus. When a colonist dies, there's a 50% chance they get reborn. This is an interesting one. However, I don't think it'll be a problem for me because I am not playing where I cannot import people from Earth. So my colonist dying isn't necessarily the largest problem for me. And I do think right now, having drones carry 2 resources at once will be interesting. I know Project Phoenix is inherently a good idea, because my seniors, when they die, can be reborn with specializations. So we're going to do it. However, I'm not going to research it. We're going to be very, very careful with it. What do you need? You need machine parts and concrete. Let's grab you. Let's grab 1 machine part and a little bit of concrete and some metal. And we'll bring you just over here. And our water extractor should start being built, and so will these pipelines and power cables. All right, Rocket, come back down from your expedition. Can these polymers please move? We need them. What are y'all doing? All right, we got 9 people back, so hopefully a few of our jobs that are kind of being left alone will be dealt with. Shopping still being a problem, even though we have this little small arts thing, is very annoying. So, if I go to the large arts, it's gonna consume the same amount of polymers, but it'll use extra concrete and require more workers, but it can visit 3 times as many people. So yeah, we're gonna destroy this and we're going to build the larger shopping center. And that should hopefully increase our comfort because we really want our citizens to be comfort so they'll work for me and stay in their jobs so I can have money. Speaking of money, our rocket is ready to leave. First, of course, we check around. Oh, well, Project Portier, do you have another breakthrough for me? It'd be an awful shame if I sent another expedition. Now, wouldn't it? This is something that is very important. Production focused, increased production of factories. Right now, our biggest issue is polymers. Now, it doesn't look like we're guaranteed to pass this vote, so we're gonna just see what happens.
Passed.
Oh my god, thank god. Now, our polymer factory is increased by 33%. Convert unused power into research points. Might be interesting. All colonists consume 25% less food. That'd be nice. Extractor production is increased by 50%. I think without any drawbacks. That right there would be an absolute beaut. Because having my colonists need 20% less food is awesome, but having literally 50% more water and metal and whatnot would be nice. I'm fairly certain water is considered an extractor. If it's not, I'm gonna be sad. Let's find out. Right, I discovered the breakthrough. I actually have to research the breakthrough. That's my fault. I don't know why I thought it would happen instantly. Why are there 13 homeless people? How can you be homeless when I have all these buildings? I think it's because the living compartments are significantly better and more comfortable than the apartments, although it doesn't say. Less comfort during rest. Problematic. I just realized my park never went in to increase the comfort. Why isn't my park there? What's this massive park will hopefully increase the comfort of our people by a wee tad. Because right now, they're still uncomfortable, which sucks. Also, they seem to be mad they cannot do things during the night. Maybe if it's nighttime, you should sleep. Insane work, I know. All right, their morale is like almost in the green for both domes. For some reason, this dome really wants gaming and shopping. For now, I'm gonna leave it until people can start cycling through this park. And if it's still down low, we'll maybe add some shopping or gaming in. Honestly, this art store, I think I can just open another shift up. However, this dome is having a bit of an issue, which is kind of surprising because I have 2 houses worth of people, And I have
Assembly session
rare
open.
metal extraction, and that's it. I guess I have this large farm in the science building. I kind of forgot about that. And they do want access to these things. So, since our colonists will travel in between one dome to get to certain services, I feel like I should add a middle dome, like here, for both domes to connect to, where I can have a bunch of jobs and services, and then we can have like these two outer ones be for one outside job, but also living. Oh, and I can pass some legislation. I'm trying to decide between getting research for scan sectors versus applicants, and I think applicants would be better. 2 additional applicants for every scan sector means higher possibility of a genius or somebody important coming along, and considering how often I think my colonists are gonna die because I'm terrible at managing them, having extra applicants would be smart. So for now, we're gonna go with applicants. Maybe we'll do research at another time. We can always change it later. Now, we're having a problem. We are out of polymers and machine parts. This is problematic because our factories don't actually have workers in them. And the reason they don't have workers in them is probably because our dome isn't very comfortable, which is extraordinarily annoying. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna call down a whole cargo rocket, which is going to stockpile us with these things while we can fix our colonists' annoying brains, because they seem to hate us oh so much. Now here's what we know. We have 25 open working slots, and no one is looking for work. We do have 8 homeless people. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know how you can be homeless on Mars. That's truly insane to me. Also, we have 8 homeless people, 5 in this dome, and 1 in this dome. 2 are just missing. But one of the reasons we are running out of workers is because of this. Our people are getting old, but this is very much becoming a problem. We have 11 seniors. These are people who are useless and add nothing to society and sit there and are annoying. Now, I know down the line, I'm fairly certain we're allowed to have seniors like work for us. I have no idea where that is or how it works. So for now, we really just want to research Project Phoenix so then we can have our people that die get reborn and immediately head back to work. And since this rocket is here, let's see if there's anything on the planet that is interesting. No, it doesn't really look like it. Again, shopping is really the main issue. This dome right here just hates me so much. I cannot add more stuff to this dome. It's full of working things. I cannot add more comfort. Something we are absolutely skirting the line on is power. Every night we go down to around 4 hours left in our power before day comes, and this is becoming more and more of a problem, which means we should kind of fix it. I didn't realize that all my engineers had died, or I don't know, something happened, but that means the polymer factory, the small machine parts, and the small electronics factory just don't run. So what we're gonna do is get some more people. We really need engineers. Now, sadly, almost all of my engineers are loners. I don't know why half of them are loners, but that is a problem. However, it's not a problem for me right now, so we're gonna grab them anyways. I also need 3 officers. We're gonna grab, we only had like 7 geologists, so let's grab like 4 more. We'll grab botanists, we're fine. We're gonna grab a bunch more no specialization people, and we'll launch. Now, we do need to prepare for the 30 more colonists we're adding. We have enough jobs for them. We have enough living space for them. I don't know if we have enough comfort for them. However, a lot of these shifts will be able to open up once we have those non-specialization people here. And our food production, it says there's nothing being produced, but these farms are in cycles right now. So every 5 sols, we're getting potatoes and then soybeans and then wheat. Same with this one right here. So we are skirting on the edge of being just fine on food. I'm watching my morale and comfort drop as these people come in. Oh my god. But I should be able to open up more shifts now.
Drone work.
And there we go. People are now working in these buildings again. That is wonderful. The other thing, I unlocked the Project Phoenix. So now when our old people die, they have a 50% chance of being reborn and being able to work for longer. This is fantastic. Breakthrough. What's... This came out of nowhere. Okay. I scanned something and it looks like we got a breakthrough from it. That's wonderful. Colonists and domes with spires have increased morale. Ooh, that might be nice. Double the chance that a colonist will have or gain a rare trait. I am unlocking the Martian school and whatnot. This might be helpful. Drones carry 2 resources at once. This is like nice if I had a really low amount of drones, but I don't particularly have a problem with drones. So it's between morale and rare trait. And rare traits are things like genius or survivor or things that are generally good. Increased morale, it's nice, I know, but having people who are competent is even more nice. So we're gonna go with the gene selection breakthrough. But yeah, Martian education, that's what I'm trying to unlock right now for the Martian University and School Spire. Oh no, a cold wave? Oh, that's not good. Okay, we need to prepare for this actually. How do I prepare for this? All right, a cold wave is going to be a large problem, so we need to not die, which requires these right here, subsurface heaters. Now, I'm gonna place one in range of both of our domes because we need to make sure that they stay heated. Each subsurface heater needs an extra 1 water. We just added 4. We're at a negative water right now because this isn't working because it is currently being repaired. Okay. Now, something that's going to be a problem is power. This starts in 1 soul, which sucks, but whatever, we'll do it now. What we want to do is build some Stirling generators. We want to build like 3 more, maybe. We'll put like a Stirling generator at the end of each of these. Maybe one right here. And would you look at that? The comfort level in here is pretty good. However, morale is not. I actually don't know how to increase morale. All right, our cold wave starts in 1 hour. Let's find out what happens when it hits. Something I'm noticing, a lot of my heaters aren't up because we do not have machine parts. Temporary solution. Grab machine parts. We really need these heaters to turn on. I forgot the other thing that happens is power dies. Power just leaves whenever cold waves happen. It's 6 days? Oh, God. Okay, we have survived the cold wave. Here's what happened. 30-something of our colonists died. We lost a lot of food. I had to call down a whole rocket to bring more polymer and machine parts. And now I have no money. This sucks. I also had to build this like temporary pipe to connect the two things. Colonists are still dying because I have no food over here, which is problematic. I also ran out of metal, which is even more problematic. However, our research is still being complete, which is nice. Yeah, this dome is at risk of a food storage shortage, but instead of like actually doing anything about that, our drones are doing something else. I have my food stored up here. I need to put it here so then this drone hub can go and grab it. Most of the colonists that died were in encampment 1 because I did not build heaters in time, and then also it's the one with the food shortage. So I gotta call down more colonists to replenish my stock because my people are dead, not working for me. We are, however, running out of people who are willing to come to my planet since I killed all my last ones. So we're gonna launch this rocket, and from now on, we're going to take extra special care of these people. By God. So once our passenger rocket comes down, we should be able to refill these posts so then our people can start going to all of these things and increasing their morale again. A problem we are running into is children are being bored. We have 31 Martian-born, 31 Martian-born and 31 Earth-born. However, we have no schools set up, so all of them are stupid. So what we're gonna do is finally build that 3rd dome. I know this seems kind of counterproductive. I want a 3rd dome that'll connect everything so we can put a school in it and other things to increase comfort level. This dome is expensive. It's a very big investment. Honestly, we're gonna do a smaller dome right now. I can fit most of the stuff I want in this anyways, and it costs way less. Oh, and now we have a meteor shower. Complete. Hi, Meteor. Aren't you annoying? Please don't hit any of my stuff. I just went through a cold wave for 7 days. All right, our colonists arrived, and they're filling in the spaces that need to be filled. I've gotten 3 of these messages. Everyone hates me. But that's not particularly my problem right now because my citizens all died, and I need to keep them alive, which is way more important. Our people are ready to come down, so we're gonna bring them down, and they can suffer with no water because it's not my problem. Well, I guess it's not my problem yet. Yes, go. Go die on this planet and make me money. How well is our comfort? Our comfort's doing it kind of garbage, probably because we have a bunch of new people. And they all want new things from me. Also, we have a food shortage, which can't be possible. I have 90 food. What are you talking about? Now, I need to start planning something. We only have 5 metals right now. Metal is becoming a problem. The problem is I cannot build a metals extractor because that requires 4 more engineers and the maintenance, which I don't want to deal with. Not engineers, it requires geologists. The other thing being our metal refineries are using waste rock, but it doesn't produce enough metal. 2 of these will produce 6 metal per soul, and we're consuming, well, we end up consuming about 9 metal per soul. So we need to gather some from the world, and up here we have some good nodes with metal. We have about like 200 metal sitting up here. So what I'm gonna do is start building a pathway that'll allow us to get up to this area. I'm gonna go to like here. There we go. And we need, it requires 174 waste rock, and we have a little bit of excess. We'll put a dumping pile right there, and we can send our RC commander, and we can send some waste rock over. More people unhappy with me. Not my problem. Again, I will deal with you when all my people aren't dying. Gaming, gambling, and shopping are our biggest issues, and power, apparently. I don't know why we have no power. What happened? I have no stored power. That's what happened. There we go. Power's back on. I'm gonna make a few more solar panels because we really do want power to stop being an issue, which just requires more storage. We have 50 polymers. Why is shopping not working? Insufficient polymers? Why aren't you getting polymer? We have polymer right here. Why is this place not a priority? Come on, shopping. All right, we've officially finally run out of metal, which is kind of problematic. So we need to get this built as fast as possible, and then we can go get metal. We got $1 billion. Might as well call some metal down. How much is this gonna cost? I can only bring 10? Never mind, that's stupid. Why would I do that? Here's something I am gonna bring down. Drones. We just need more. We need more drones. I don't have enough to do the things I need to do. And now our ramp is done, so we can get our vehicles up here to gather up the metal, which we are oh so out of, and bring it all the way down. Oh no, bad things. We don't need this. Decline cut. Pay the bronze package. Pay for the gold package. Wait, what? This will give us technological advancements over our rivals? Do I spend $1 billion dues for the possibility of technological advance? No. We spent $500 million. Oh, it yielded nothing of value. Ah, well, it's the way the world goes. I like this massive line of, hey, all our things need metal, and I'm like, okay, that's great. I have no metal to offer you. I don't think I mentioned it. Something we're going for right now is we're trying to deal with all of our seniors. We have a lot of seniors in this dome, and we are going to be having a lot of seniors in this dome. So what we're currently doing is I know around here somewhere when it comes to society, there's something that'll let older people work, and then they'll die. A little faster, which like is fine because old people are annoying and do nothing for me. Not having metal though is causing our oxygen and other stuff to go down, which may kill all of our people, and that just so happens to be problematic. Okay, 2 things. I finally found the shuttles, the shuttle hub, whatever it's called. All right, so we're coming across a lovely new problem. Sanity is actually severely affecting us. If we go over here towards our general colonists, these are just our middle-aged people. They're all affected by sanity. The way we can increase sanity is not have people work nighttime and not have people work outside of our dome. Now, I don't have any night shifts. Other way to increase sanity is have them go to infirmaries or have them sleep. The best place for them to sleep in is this right here, a smart home. So we are putting this as the second thing we want most. I have emergency training above that because of this faction opportunity right here, which should be done before this. Now, right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call down some more people. I'm going to call down people who work in the infirmary so we can start treating everybody, and also call down people who will work in the buildings that'll keep our polymers and whatnot alive because I need my resources to keep going. Right now, housing spaces are an issue though. So I'm just gonna call down 4 medics and maybe something else. There we go. So I'm launched and have some more people coming down. I just noticed this is it. The making seniors work. Put all seniors to work. Right now, we don't have many for, so we need to negotiate. These people kind of hate us right now. Research the emergency training tech. We are already researching that. I will totally do that. We have 48 for, 37 against, and 15 maybe. What other negotiations can we do? Build a dining service building in... I don't want to do gaming. Exercise. I can build an exercise place in my 3rd dome that I haven't actually activated yet. It doesn't mean it'll be used, but I'll build it. Vote it. And seniors will now work. So we should start getting more people working. Now, this is funny. So we have seniors working, which means they'll die a little bit quicker, but we have this breakthrough right here. The Project Phoenix, which when they die, 50% chance they come back to life as a youth, which is amazing. Now, all of our people are insane, which kind of sucks, but slowly but surely the sanity is getting higher. It was at, I believe, a 17. Now it's at 35 because they are sleeping. Now, we need to build this exercise place in this dome right here, which in open air gym should work just fine. It takes up a lot of space. We can always just destroy it later. And we have those new citizens who can now come down, and our ship can be filled up with rare metals so we can get more money, because right now we are basically broke, but hopefully our infirmary will be filled up. And would you look at that? I brought people down to work in the infirmary, and our sanity is sitting at 76, which is wonderful. So now the last thing we have to deal with is morale. I don't know how to increase that. Let me go to the inner. Okay, it looks like I just need to keep both of these 2 numbers high, and then their morale will go up. And I also need to have dining and like relaxation places. So just general stuff, keep everything up, and people will be happy. Breakthrough. What? Wait, okay. Convert unused power to research points. New building. Cloning vats that create clones over time. Clones age twice as fast. Okay. Water requirements of crops are reduced by 50%. I do want to save water. However, cloning people seems hilarious to me. We already have our seniors put to work, and we already have Project Phoenix, which means we're going to have an overpopulation problem in the future. So I feel like adding clones to that is not an intelligent move. So we're going to go with dry farming to reduce water, which should hopefully make it so we aren't constantly losing water all the time. We're also going to launch this rocket so we can take those 25 rare metals and get money, because I have nothing in the bank right now. I will survive a few souls and then I'll be out of money because of the laws I have to upkeep. I constantly get this food shortage problem, which is funny because I have 97 food and I have plenty of food. I don't know why that keeps happening. So confused by it. 18 people who are unemployed are seeking work. Oh boy, do I have news for you. There's places for you to work, let me tell you. Still 5 unemployed people. Okay, let's get a bit more science, see what happens. Okay, we're finally at that point where I need to start thinking about our people on Mars, which is kind of funny. We have 8 children and 19 youths, and I think we should school them finally so they stop being stupid. So I want to build a school and a Martian university. I was waiting till we had our sanity and morale problem fixed because I need to actually make electronics. Now, I kind of want this middle dome right here to be services and things in between our 2 domes. So I feel like what we should do is... but if we turn this one, it's going to require stuff. No, we will build a Martian university in this building right here. I have now realized we don't have enough electronics for that. We really need to boost our supply of machine parts and electronics. Maybe I should do that before worrying about anything else. And to do that, I think I need to unlock something. This is machine parts, and I believe one of these down here is going to be the electronics. Okay, we're now dealing with a meteor shower, which has just destroyed some stuff, which is very problematic. Oh no, it seems we have a leak. It'd be an awful shame if I just, hey, aren't you letting me just destroy the pipe? The hell? That's very mean of you. No, don't land there. That's my life support, dude. Oh my God. We could possibly suddenly lose half our population here. Let's hope we don't. We have a lot of drones around. How long does this meteor start? Another day of meteor shower? Oh my God. And also we need polymer to repair a lot of our power stuff, which I just don't have. Luckily we have metal though. I'm glad we have metal. That meteor storm really did bad stuff there. However, we have money, which means we can bring more polymers down. Because, actually, hold on. Don't, like, meteors drop polymer sometime? Isn't that, like, a thing? I guess not really this time. Anyways, we need polymers, so I'm gonna ship some in. Because our polymer factory right here is not giving us enough every soul. Right now, we're keeping our... Okay, well, we did have our sanity and morale, or our sanity and comfort relatively high until the meteors destroyed everything. But anyways, once we get these 2 back up, most of our people should stay, and they should work, and they shouldn't die, which is going to be good. So we shouldn't need to import more human colonists. However, having the option is always good. Most of the stuff that can't be repaired are these batteries, which require polymer. I have polymer coming down, only 25 of it. We really need more. I'm glad this factory is still running for now. Our people have just enough sanity to where they're willing to work. And hopefully they can be treated by our infirmary right here. Funnily enough, as soon as we repair our batteries, they're all full of power, so we will survive the nights relatively fine. But let's see here. Our sanity's going slightly back up, and so is our comforts if we weren't running out of power. Look at all this stored power I have. Why is it not going anywhere? See, we have all this power in here, and it doesn't seem to be leaving this area. Maybe this, like, isn't connected to the grid? What if we did that? Will that connect you to the grid? Because right now we're at a massive power deficit, but we have all of these batteries full. Okay, there we go. Everything seems to be working. We'll survive in 9 hours. We should be okay. Now, this is an interesting one. We have buildings not working. This right here we need to repair, but we've run out of wasted rock, which means we need to get more rock, which is good, because it means we've gotten rid of all of our rock, and we have a good backlog of metal, so we should be okay for a few souls. And we still have our little guy, our RC commander, getting rock for us and bringing it down from all of this stuff up here. Again, these people keep saying food shortage, but I have 172 food, and both buildings have food in them. I don't know how you have no food. I'm so confused. Randomly, we have a breakthrough. Okay, colonists and domes with the spire have increased morale. This might be very useful, I'm not gonna lie. Reduce the cargo weight of resources by 50%, allowing us to import more stuff, which is extremely useful in the short term, but won't be a problem in the long term. However, in the short term, we do need resources. That would be nice. Uncover new anomalies, which provide a tech cost reduction to all fields. That would be awesome significantly earlier in this game. However, it's not that much of a problem right now. I think what we're gonna do is the increased morale because my colonists need to stop being, well, sad. Now, I'm fairly certain the embassy is not considered a spire. I don't actually know, like, is the school spire, is this the only spire I have unlocked? It might be. Or maybe it's just anything that goes in the middle of a dome. I don't actually know yet. We have a cold wave hitting soon. That's just great. Okay, I think it's about time we deal with no specialization people. We have a lot of no specialization people. I really wish it would just tell me the amount, but this many, all right? I'd say that's like 30 people out of our 102. We really need to deal with them. So what we're gonna do is build a Martian university. Now we're gonna have to import electronics because we don't have enough right now, but this is going to be something that should be extremely useful. And we're gonna bring a whole cargo rocket down because we need money. And I have 65 rare metals sitting here that I can use. So we'll bring a whole rocket down. We'll get as much as we can with the current amount of money we have. And we'll grab another drone. So only 15. Whatever. We just need this cargo rocket sitting down here. We have this cold wave coming in a sol and a half. Our subsurface heaters should be able to deal with most of the stuff. I don't actually know how the heaters work. I'm fairly certain if a dome is inside a heater, it heats the whole dome. Don't actually know. I'm kind of just praying that's the case. However, this is saying that anything not directly in a heater is going to freeze, which very well could be true. The following laws were revoked due to lack of upkeep, crowded living, Mars appreciation, and quiet hours. That's not good. I have a bunch of homeless people now. When's my next assembly? I need to a whole soul? Dude. All right, how many homeless people do I have? 27. I'll build a little living space in here for these people. And over here, I will build a living complex. We'll just put it like right here. Actually, should we do smart housing just cuz? No, we don't have the resources for that. What am I talking about? Oh, 18 homeless people in here? Ugh, I have to build more apartments. That's annoying. I don't want to, but I'm gonna. Nope, they require polymers. Can't do that. All right, living complex. We just get to have homeless people. Whatever. And our cold wave is started for 5 souls. Dude, I finally got my people to start being sane and comfortable, and now a cold wave is starting. This is terrible. And it's also gonna decrease my power. Oh my god, this sucks. But this is a problem for next time. Started to complete our goal of keeping our people comfortable and sane at the beginning of the episode, and we have slowly but surely helped, well, make them sane and comfortable. Sadly, this game hates me and wants me to be insane and uncomfortable, and I'm going to have to deal with all that next time and increase our production of things. Next time, we will actually start producing polymers and machine parts and electronics fully and hopefully significantly better than we are now, and also start educating our citizens and making them actually useful. Because now that they're done dying and no longer want to go home, we need to put them to work so we can also not die. Wouldn't that be wonderful? I think that'd be wonderful. I hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.